Hey there, friends. Today, we're going to talk about lymphoid organs and two circulatory systems. Don't worry, it's not going to be boring at all. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. As you might already know, immune cells are the most mobile cells in a body. And they use two different systems to traffic through tissues, the blood system and the lymphatic system. The blood system has access to virtually every organ and tissue and is lined by endothelial cells that are very responsive to inflammatory signals. Hematopoietic cells can transit through the blood system, away from the heart via active pumping networks, arteries, and back to the heart via passive valve-based systems, veins, within minutes. It's like they're using a fancy roller coaster to get to their destination. Most lymphocytes enter secondary lymphoid organs via specialized blood vessels, and leave via the lymphatic system. But wait, what is the lymphatic system? Well, the lymphatic system is a network of thin-walled vessels that play a major role in immune cell trafficking, including the travel of antigen and antigen-presenting cells to secondary lymphoid organs and the exit of lymphocytes from lymph nodes. Lymph vessels are filled with a protein-rich fluid, lymph, derived from the fluid component of blood, plasma, that seeps through the thin walls of capillaries into the surrounding tissue. In an adult, depending on size and activity, seepage can add up to 2.9 liters or more during a 24-hour period. That's a lot of fluid. This fluid, called interstitial fluid, permeates all tissues and bathes all cells. If this fluid were not returned to the circulation, the tissue would swell, causing edema that would eventually become life-threatening. That's why the lymphatic system is so important, as it ensures steady-state levels of fluid within the circulatory system. But how does the lymphatic system return fluid lost from the blood? Well, the remainder of the interstitial fluid enters the delicate network of primary lymphatic vessels. The walls of the primary vessels consist of a single layer of loosely opposed endothelial cells. The porous architecture of primary vessels allows fluids and even cells to enter the lymphatic network. Within these vessels, the fluid, now called lymph, flows into a series of progressively larger collecting vessels called lymphatic vessels. All cells and fluid circulating in the lymph are ultimately returned to the blood system. The largest lymphatic vessel, the thoracic duct, empties into the left subclavian vein. It collects lymph from all of the body except the right arm and right side of the head. Lymph from these areas is collected into the right lymphatic duct, which drains into the right subclavian vein. But here's the fun part: the heart does not pump the lymph through the lymphatic system. Instead, the slow, low-pressure flow of lymph is achieved by the movements of the surrounding muscles. Therefore, activity enhances lymph circulation. So, if you want your lymphatic system to work better, get moving. When foreign antigen gains entrance to tissues, it is picked up by lymphatic system, which drains all tissues of body, and is carried to various organized lymphoid tissues, which trap foreign antigen. Antigen-presenting cells that engulf and process the antigen also can gain access to lymph. In fact, as lymph passes from the tissues to lymphatic vessels, it becomes progressively enriched in specific leukocytes, including lymphocytes, dendritic cells, and macrophages. Thus, lymphatic system also serves as means of transporting WBCS and AMP, antigen from connective tissues to organized lymphoid tissues, where lymphocytes can interact with antigen AMP, undergo activation. Most secondary lymphoid tissues are situated along the vessels of the lymphatic system. The spleen is an exception and is served only by blood vessels. The chemokines and their corresponding receptors allow for a highly refined organization of immune cell movements. The immune system is incredibly complex and fascinating, and the lymphatic system is a vital component of it. So, next time you think about the immune system, remember that it's not just a group of static cells. Immune cells are constantly on the move, using both the blood and lymphatic systems to travel throughout the body and fight off pathogen. And it's all made possible by these incredible lymphoid organs and their interconnected circulatory systems. So that's it for today's video on the lymphatic system and the immune system. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching.